Hi, welcome back again to Code It Hard. Okay, today we are going to continue our activity. So it was blinking LED, I think. Yeah, but blinking LED. Okay, so uh, in order to blink an LED, we need to have four lines of codes, just like our activity last time. We first the digital write, turn it on high. After that, delay of 500 milliseconds, that is half a second. After that, digital write again for turning it into low state, and then after that, delay for 500 milliseconds again. Okay, that is just for one blink. Okay, so now imagine if you want your LED to blink 6 times. I know what you are going to do. You are just copying it and pasting it 6 times. So from 4, it will become 24 lines of codes. Okay, that is just a very messy type of code. Okay, so today you are going to learn how to cut that from 24 into 6 lines of codes. Let's start.
Live life golden, yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, cause we're golden.
Okay, so welcome back once again. So since we are now in my computer, this was our previous code. We let our LED to turn on for about 3 seconds. That is why this is 3000, because this is in milliseconds. Okay, so after 3 seconds, it will turn off and wait for half a second, turn on to blink once. Okay, these 4 lines of code is good for one blink only. That is why I've said before that I want my LED to blink 3 times. So that is why we copied this code into uh, here 3 times. It's a total mess. Okay. So now we're going to cut these codes into 6 lines of codes. Okay, so let us just review our output. So take note that this is not real time. There are some delays. So the second will start in 1, 2, and then 3. So it will blink 3 times: 1, 2, and then 3, and then it will go back to the process again. Okay, so let us cut this code. We need to have a for loop. So it's just like your Java, your C sharp. Okay, that is one of the control structures. If you have a programming knowledge already, okay, those who are just a first timer, so let me explain to you what is a for loop. Okay. So our for loop, the syntax of our for loop will look like this. Let me magnify this for you. Okay, just that is low battery. Okay, so let us just write down first the code what is for loop. So for open close curly brace. So it is a very good programming practice if we are going to complete first the syntax before going back and putting some values. Okay, so this is to minimize errors, especially this Arduino don't have intelligence just like our Java, C Sharp, and other IDEs that it will detect an error immediately. Okay, so here inside the parentheses, um, the very first parameter. So we have 3 parameters inside our parentheses separated by a semicolon. Okay, so in this first parameter, this is where our variable. Okay, This is where this is where we want to put our variable. Okay, so next parameter, this is where the condition happen. So let's say for example that variable, if I want, if that variable is less than any values, so that is your condition. Okay. In this next parameter, or the last parameter, will be what should be what should be an action if this if our condition is true, or if our argument, so this is also an argument, if our argument is true, what will happen next? Okay, if our argument is true, this inside open and close parentheses, this is where the compiler go if our argument inside is true. Let's say for example, if x is equals, if the value of x is 5, and then you have a value to compare, let's say 6. If 5 less than 6, true or false? Of course it is true, right? 5 less than 6. Okay, so that means our compiler will go here inside the open and close parentheses. Now whatever code inside your parentheses will be executed. Okay, will be executed repeatedly until it will not satisfy your argument. Okay, so after executing your code, what will happen with is, if your action here at the last parameter is x plus plus, or if you have a variable of x, if it is x plus plus, then that means you are incrementing 1. So let me show you. Okay, so first we have to declare our variable here. If x is equals to 0, we will start at 0. Okay, so if I put x here, so that means I have a starting value of 0, because for the first time the value of our x is 0. Okay, so now for the argument, for the condition, if x less than 3, we want our loop to repeat the process 3 times. Okay? If x is less than 3, then after that, if that is true, we will increment the value of x. That means we are going to add 1 for our x. Okay, so that means for the first simulation, for the first time, if this is 0, because our x is assigned or initialized by 0, that means if 0 less than 3, this will become 0. Okay? If 0 less than 3, true. So this is true. The compiler will go here, and let's say for example, I want this one blink code will be here inside my for loop. Okay, so that means if if 0 less than 3, true, right? So that means our compiler will go inside our curly braces and then read these lines of codes. Of course it will blink 1 time, then after that one, since, so the for loop will continue. Again, the for loop will continue to repeat the process, and as long as it satisfies the argument. So since this is still true, because this 0 less than 3 is true, then after executing this, the compiler will add 1 to our x. So since the first value of our x is 0, so after 0 it will become 1, right? So that means this will become 1, and then this will become 1. So if 1 is less than 3, it's still true. So it will blink again. This process will blink again, and then after blinking once, it will add again a value of 1 to our x. So this becomes 2. Okay. So is 2 less than 3? Still it's true, so it will blink again. So that is for 3, for the third time blinking. Okay, so that's for the third time. Take note of that. So after blinking, it will add again, sorry, it will add again another value of 1, so this will become 3. Okay, this will becomes 3. So is 3 less than 3? Of course it is false. So since it is false, the compiler will not go inside this curly brace, and it will go outside looking for anything, looking for codes. Okay? If the compiler will not see any codes here, it will go back to the process again. Okay, so let's try if this works. Okay, let me comment this one so that it will not have a problem. And of course, since we don't need this one, I have to delete that. Okay, so let us see if we still have the same output. So do not forget the hotkey. So compile, Control R. After compiling, export, Control Alt S. Okay, first we need to compile, Control R. Okay, let's wait for it to compile. So after done compiling, Control Alt S to export. Okay, so let's go ahead, go back to our Protues. Now let's see if the output is still the same. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See? So it's still the same output, but less lines of codes. Okay, did you see that? We can still make this code minimized. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you also how to create your own method or function to make this clean, to make our for loop clean. Okay, so to make your own function, you need make it sure that you are outside the loop. Okay, let's say for example I need to create my function or my method, which is the function is to blink. Okay, so this empty, I have to create my method which is blink. Okay, open close parentheses. So this means you are creating your own method blink. And now inside our blink we want to cut. Control X for cutting, then V for pasting. Okay, so that means I am moving my codes into my method. Okay, so instead of calling or instead of typing all those codes, 4 lines of codes, I just have to call the method blink. Okay, let's try if still this works. Build and compile. Compile and then export. Okay, let's try. Stop the process and play it again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. That's it. There you go. So that means we minimize once again our code into 1 line of code. Okay, so I think that's it for now. That is it for now. For my next video, I'm gonna show you how to do the running LED. Okay, we are done with the blinking. We are For my next video, I'm going to show you how to do the running LED. Okay, we need to have 5 LEDs for that. Okay, so thank you once again for watching my video for the blinking LED part 2. Oh yeah. Okay, so again, congratulations to my students who already done with their examination for my mathematics subject. Okay, so I hopefully you will all pass. I know you will pass because you are so brilliant, amazing students, especially Saint Paul and Peter. To be fair. Okay, so goodbye. God bless.